When I was 20, I came out to visit my sister, who she and her husband lived here. And as soon as I got here, I pretty much fell in love with the Coos Bay area. It's beautiful, mild weather, no snow. So I stayed. I love this dance. This is such a good dance. This is a very rural area, and it's a large geographic area. It's a fishing, logging town.
It has also, in recent years, become a retirement community. It has mild weather, low cost of living, and contra dancing.
Hey, how are you? Are you familiar with our local folk society? We do dances, sing-alongs, concerts, all kinds of fun stuff. Always to live music. Are you familiar with our local folk society?
Oh, no.
We do contra dances, folk singing, folk dancing, concerts.
I went to a contra dance last year out in Green Acres, actually.
Yes, so the first one is September 19th at Green Acres.
When you're in a smaller town like this is the South Coast. We're 2 hours off of I-5. So whatever happens here, we have to make happen. And I think there is that sense of we build it ourselves here. If it doesn't come to us.
So this was made yesterday. It's super, super, super fresh.
Contra dancing arrived here in the late 1990s. There are a couple of us that were transplanted from other areas and really missed it. There was square dancing here, but not contra dancing. And so we got together and made it happen.
Circle left. Circle to the right.
We're not setting the world on fire with our dancing. We're just there to have a good time.
Active couples go down the outside of the center.
One of the most exciting things about living in a small community is that you do things like the contra dance, and there's no boundaries of ideology or background or class. I mean, everybody is just there to dance, and everybody gets along great and forms real bonds of affinity.
Until they go home and read each other's Facebook pages.
Right.
It's like, I can't believe you think that way.
Yeah, you don't want to learn too much about the other contra dancers sometimes.
Active down the outside. Come on back down the inside. Back up. Nicely done. Give yourselves a hand. Very well done.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3. Hi there.
How are you today?
Good, how are you? Hi, I'm Stacy Rose with South Coast Folk Society. We are a member organization of the Country Dance and Song Society. And the Country Dance and Song Society is turning 100 this year. They put out a call to all of their organizations, and 6 of us were chosen to be a recipient of a tour site. They're going to be sending musicians and dance leaders and song leaders to our community We are going to have one heck of a week. I've put some flyers on your table, South Coast Folk Week, and I invite you all to check out the schedule and come and dance and sing and play music with us. A lot of fun. Am I picking up more than I left?
I can look it up to get to this. Okay, but you have full equipment because I moved here from Medford, and in Medford I had my membership at the Y, and they don't have a Y here.
Yeah, it's a yellow car, huh? That's a yellow car, huh? You like yellow.
We have square dancers in our community who have never been to a contra dance. It's two separate communities in our town, and we would love to have closer ties with the square dancers as a result of this week of activities.
Summer sun, something's begun to the summer nights.
As far as I'm concerned, contra dancing and square dancing is nothing alike. It's fine for them, but it's not the same. And I'm sure they have call-in, and some of it's the same, but don't force it on me, and don't bring it to my club. That's the way I look at it. They want to do it, they can have their own thing, and if people want to go, they can go do it, but don't force it on me.
I have known for years that there's square dancing in my community, and like many contra dancers, I've had a standoffish attitude about them and what they do. I've seen them at the Coos County Fair. They put on a demonstration every year at the Coos County Fair. There they are with their poofy dresses and their little ties, and I had never wanted to participate with them. But we've got Bob Dulcimer coming. He's a square dance caller and he's a contra dance caller, and he swings both ways. I thought, why not be the change that you want to see? And that was my motivation. I wanted square dancers who know how to do-si-do, Alaman right, be with a partner. I wanted them to come to our contra dance. That's a change I wanted to see. And so I felt challenged to be that change and take a step. Why do I expect them to take all the steps? I have to take a step.
Okay. Heads square through 4. Go around your corner.
I started square dancing last fall. It's a 12-week class. It was very interesting because they basically, they're doing the same thing we're doing. I know there's lots of differences. But when you get right down to it, they're doing the same thing. They do it in a different style. They do it with different music, but they're doing the same thing. And it was very interesting to go through the rest of the 12 weeks of lessons.
Stacy is just a very special person. We liked her right off the bat because of her background in dancing all over, that she was able to continue on with the square dance lessons where other people would have had to drop out or would have been asked to drop out because they couldn't make the lessons, and so it had been too far behind. But she was able to go ahead and go through and commit.
I think I had to learn 70-some moves to get that certificate. I was very proud of that.
Dance with me one more time.
I have went to a contra dance. I didn't really understand it. I can't say anything about all the contra dance. I can just say that my experience at that one, I was not thrilled with the music. Contra does a lot of repetition of the same moves over and over again, which makes some people very happy because it's easy to do. They can walk in almost off the street and start doing contra dancing within just a few minutes. There's no training. You get your lessons right there at the dance then and there and told what to do, which fits this now society, incident society that we have now, instant gratification, okay, and then I'm done with it. If I come back, fine. If I don't, it doesn't matter. There's a lot of energy there, which I was impressed. At the one contra dance that I did go to, there was a lady there who may have been my senior, and I'm not a spring chicken, and she got me spinning so hard that I was terrified that if we lost our grip, one of us was going to break a wall. But I mean, she was energetic.
When people say, oh, well, what do you like about dance in general? Touch, music, especially live music, which is so beautiful about contra dancing, and occasionally ballroom too. So touch, community, a sense of all working together in a fun activity, and letting those other things just go by the wayside. I think sometimes we have to agree that community is more important than any individual belief system. And so we mostly just agree not to talk about politics and instead just have fun together. And that agreement is generally silent. It isn't even usually something that we have a conversation about, because I've never really had that conversation with someone at square dance before. We don't do a lot of political talk at contra dance either, or ballroom. But the communities are very different politically.
If you want to get enough people to make things happen, you have to just accept your neighbors because they're interested in doing the same thing you are. And that's what draws us together, is common interest. That, I think, is different than in a bigger town where people really self-segregate based on lifestyle and political points of view. They divide themselves. Where here, that manageable number of people is going to include people who don't see eye to eye with us on everything. And we have to just say, that's okay. We like dancing with you. Keep coming.
This is way bigger than anything we've ever done. This Folk Week is way bigger.
Even the Celtic Festival is just a one-day event in one location.
That's been a one-day event with some auxiliary events, but to think about a full week.
Multiple venues.
Multiple events, back to back. We've done so much. We've got our schedule set, we've got our venues set, and we've got most of the volunteers lined up.
We're kind of nailing down the details, which is a great place to be in 2 months out.
Yeah. We're really good.
What you doing?
I'm cooking you dinner. Hi.
What's for dinner?
Curry, shrimp curry. Our favorite.
Our favorite thing.
There's like 60 volunteers at this point that are receiving name tags and are doing stuff.
Really?
Yeah, 60 people. That's a lot of people.
And that's one of the outcomes of Folk Week that's desirable, is getting more people to feel attached to it and part of it.
Yeah, so it's already working, it's already achieving the goal of having a stronger base and having more people involved, and they're excited. Isn't that cool?
Mm-hmm. Anytime that you turned on a camera in our house, you would find us talking about Folk Week. Because that's all we do now. The day after Folk Week, we're getting in the car and taking Stacy to receive her award in Salem for being the governor's volunteer award.
We'll probably be talking about Folk Week.
We'll probably talk about Folk Week too.
There's a part of my life that is so involved with South Coast Folk Society. I don't know where one starts and one lets off. So for me, it's just part of breathing is doing this stuff. So my vision with Folk Week is that you could ask anybody, have you heard of South Coast Folk Society? And they're going to say yes. I would like to reach 1,000 people who have never been involved with us, between the dances and the concert and the workshops and the schools. And I'd like to see a bunch of new faces at the dance that I've never seen. Wouldn't that be cool?
Well, there must be some way I can lose it. Lonesome blues, swing that girl around and promenade her too. I thought of everything from A to Z. Oh, lovely swinger. Oh, lonesome me. One more time. Oh, lonesome me. Yeah, figure square. Hey.
Sherry Cox was kind enough to invite me to come and call a contra dance tonight, and I'm real excited. I've got some musicians with me who were willing to come out tonight, so I want to invite you all to come on up, and we're going to do one. I've been limited to one contra dance, and then we'll get back to squares. So find a partner and come on up. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take hands 4 from the top. And typically in a chain, okay, we're squaring up here. Wait a minute. So let's get back into our little groups of 4. So get ready with this new neighbor to do that left-hand star. We're going to start a little bit slow. And a left-hand star. Oh, no. With that neighbor, Alaman right. Go 1.5. Ladies, turn by the right. Oh, you know what? Let's stop right there. Caller really screwed up here. I'm a little bit nervous. Can we go back to taking hands 4 from the top? Look for that new neighbor and star left. Okay, stop. I want to really apologize. Can I try one more time? Are you like totally fed up with me? Get ready to star with these people. This will be an act of God if it works. Star left. Neighbor, Alaman left. Go 1.5. Ladies, chain across. On one side or the other, guys. Swing your partner. All join hands, circle left. 3 places. Swing your neighbor on the side. Long lines, forward and back. Right hand in for a right hand star. Look for the new couple. Put your left hand out. Star. Alaman left. Your neighbor. Ladies, chain. Swing your partner. Join hands, circle left. Swing your neighbor. Long lines, forward and back. Right hand star. You all were such good sports. Thanks for trying. That was really good.
We can mess up more than you can.
Yeah, it was enjoyable, and maybe we could work it out and get to do it again sometime.
I did such a lousy job, you know.
Well, no,
really did. I'm so embarrassed.
No, I don't think you did a lousy job.
I really did. I changed
it's tough.
the dance.
And we have lost some square dancers to the contra dance.
And that's one of the things that I want to, because I know I can count contra dancers that I know of that would enjoy coming to lessons and learning something that was more.
Right.
It's like doing a puzzle. Square dancing is like figuring out a puzzle.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
I hate contra dancing. I call it dumbed down square dancing, where half the time you have to sit out. You know, you're either the top couple or the bottom couple, and it may not be like half, but it sure feels like half. And there's not the challenge that there is in square dancing. I guess, you know, on the plus side for contra dancing is you don't have to take lessons. You can just show up and they'll teach you what you need to know. But as you could see, trying to teach us who thought we already knew something, it's more challenging than teaching a bunch of people who've never done anything like this before, who will pretty much do what you tell them to do. Whereas us, if you say Alaman left, we're like all over that. We know what we want to do.
I wish I hadn't fucked up so much. I couldn't believe how bad of a representation that was. It was a really bad representation of contra dancing, which is the opposite of what I wanted to do. I still think it was a good dance to call.
The music that they dance to is so bad.
It's terrible.
Yeah, I mean, who, you know, I just feel like.
How do they know from dancing?
I know. I feel like if they had really good old timey music that had a pulse that they couldn't help but dance to it, and they'd get in the habit of, I mean, like square dancing used to be 100 years ago. You know.
Yeah. That is terrible music. Let's go to the college. Let's go get a bass. So I'll send you the flyer for all the musician workshops.
Yes, that'll be great.
230 like regular sheets.
230 regular sheets.
Whew. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Gail on this. She's our publicity coordinator. So glad. Yeah. The stress pills are not working. Right? They're not working.
Because they haven't kicked in yet. They haven't kicked in.
Siri, why don't you know me by now? It is not South Coast Polk Society. It is Folk Society. Is that Bob? Our caller is Bob Dulcimer. I can't wait to meet him. Can't wait to spend time with him and learn from him. I think that's Bob. Is that Bob? Bob's here.
It's very, very,
Hi.
very limited. You're allowed
You made
one
it.
carry-on and one small personal item.
Well, yeah. How are you? Welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
So happy to see you.
It's beautiful today.
God, we've lost the band. Our band is Firefly. The band is two mother-daughter duos, and they play traditional, they play Southern style music. Hello, welcome.
We made it.
Yay, yay. You're all so tall. Hi.
Hi.
So you must each have multiple bags or?
Pearl has two. She has a banjo.
Oh, you did bring your banjo. I'm so glad.
Yeah.
We are so glad to have you here. We have been thinking about you for 2 years. And we're glad that it's the culmination. And as the Coos County Commissioners said, Folk Week, it's the law.
You're here. Salud.
Inappropriate.
Yes.
Yes. Only in your glass gals.
Happy Folk Week.
Yeah.
Happy Folk
Week.
Let's help the Country Dance and Song Society have fun on their centennial. They have selected 6 cities, 2 of them in Canada, 4 of them here in the United States, and only 1 on the West Coast. That's us. And we are so fortunate. I hope everybody here and all your friends makes a big effort to participate in as many events as you can. Let's have a big hand and welcome Firefly from North Carolina.
The Coos Bay application actually was the one application we looked at and said, this is a perfect match. It really feels to me like they have both the interest and the capacity to grow their community by having this gesture of, come on, everybody, let's do this together.
We've got a program here. One thing I do want to say, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of you that are going to call. And Paul, if you were going to call a dance, do you have a dance you'd love to call?
The one I was going to do was the dog breath reel. I've been a dancer for years and took the calling for granted. And I wanted to make sure that when I called, my dancers could eventually take all that for granted and have a wonderful time and not feel like, you know, there's a mechanism behind all this, but there's a fluidity between the calling and the music and the dancer. It's all one big dance. And that was my goal, but it was very hard to achieve. Should I be using the mic? I might as well, because I won't be able to. Yeah. Okay. Balance and swing your neighbor now.
Not calling on the 1, 2, not on the 1, 2, 3, 4.
Now forward line. 2 swing. Do-si-do, your new neighbor. What?
You're late.
Oh, I'm late. Oh, now he's got me all that.
Okay, hold on right there a second.
Thank you, I'm late.
Yeah, you need to get back on it. Yeah, you're calling on the 1, 2, 3. Or sometimes you're calling on the 7, 8, 1, 2.
I'm taking too long.
Instead of the 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
So your call is kind of crossing over the phrase. You need to give the dancers
more
the whole phrase to dance.
Long lines, forward and back. 2 swing in the middle. Do-si-do your neighbor.
1 swing.
Swing in the middle. Circle left. Circle right. Balance and swing your neighbor.
Now, because we got 12 counts to swing here. Da, 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 Long line signs, forward and back.
Two swing in the middle. Know your neighbor. So I tried to get their attention, but I didn't want to take my eyes. Thank you, that was great. Thanks.
So I'll tell you what I'd like you to do first of all is everybody choose somebody to be your partner. And it could be anybody. Okay. Get ready. Right hand star. And a left hand star. First couple, chassé down the middle. And back. Hold it right there. Peel off. Go. First couple down to the bottom. Now you are way too fast. Right hand star. Left hand star. First couple, sashay down the middle. Now, peel off. First couple down to the bottom. And everybody swing your partner. Great. Do we have time for one more? Sasha. I think North Bend has about 50 new dance callers out there right now.
Hey, thank you so much.
They're so lucky to have you here.
Oh, this
My
is,
gosh.
it's so much fun.
You do a great job.
Well, you know, for that many kids, I'm impressed that they stay together with you. You do a great job.
Well, I could tell that when they all started calling, that just cracked me up.
They got it down. That's really good.
Yeah.
Oh, there's so much you just gave us that we can use. I'm just so excited. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Keep up the good work.
No, this is
Yeah, really easy to find. And we're going to be there again on Saturday.
You're at the contra dance.
Yeah, well, you know, Stacy has come, over to us and been a, great sport and a contributing factor. And so we want to come and at least experience what she's been talking about.
So what I'd like you to do is to take a partner, and I think we're going to make a contra line. Shall we try it? Yeah. I know the band's ready to go. Okay. So join hands. After they give you a brief introduction here, we'll get ready to circle left. Circle left. And back to the right. I feel very much at home here in Coos Bay. I just love the friendly, open feeling of the community, and the fact that the dancers that I've seen so far have been very accepting of each other and different experience levels and making sure everybody feels included. That's where it's at. 5, 6, 7, clap! Pass through, circle, and back. Right hand star, and a left hand star. Number 2, do-si-do your partner. And swing.
lot of fun. A good turnout of brand new people, and that's what we wanted. We wanted to reach out into the community and get some new people involved. We had a couple of our square dance friends here tonight, and a couple of people who are from the line dancers group were here tonight, and we had a couple here who are traveling, and they found out about contra dancing in another community. So every community that they travel through, they look up contra dancing to see where it's happening. That's a lot of fun.
So this is the third in a series of 4 workshops for musicians. And tonight we're going to be focusing on skillfully playing for dancers.
Now you play it, starting in the note A. Anybody need help with that? Yeah, great. I'll play, you play. Here we go. Then you play. Up to the high part. So let's try just that first phrase with the low part. Ready, play. Okay, so is that good? Have I got it? Here we go.
Just birthday. Heart, circle. Swing your partner. Promenade. Join hands in a ring. Balance. Gents cross over. New neighbor. Balance. And swing. Gents pass left shoulders. Circle. Swing. Promenade across. Join hands in a ring. Balance. Let's have a big hand for our big band up here. We have a number of callers, some of whom are making their world debut. Our next caller is Paul, is going to come up and call one.
One, swing, in the middle. Form a circle, circle left. Come back the other way. Neighbors, balance and swing. Long lines, forward and back. Twos, swing in the middle. Do-si-do with your new neighbor. Form long lines, last time. Forward and back. Twos, your turn. Wrap it up. Everyone, grab your partner and swing. All right. Thank you, everyone.
All right, we're gonna have a waltz.
Last night as I was out riding, the graveyard shift midnight till dawn. The moon was as bright as a reading light.
Folk Week was a success. It was definitely a success. And there are some things that are directly a result of that event. And one is that we went on to have a folk orchestra and have more training for musicians in the community. And then as a direct outcome of that, we've had a really vibrant open band.
Well, I read up the last of that letter.
It grew the community of people who realize that dancing is very accessible and lots of fun. And that's been the beauty of the whole process.
He just looked at the letter and
Paul and I were at a garage sale. We were at their garage sale, and she says, "Oh, you're those dancing fools." And we're like, "Oh, yeah, I guess we are. Where do you remember us from?" And she said, "We came to your contra dance one time, and that was a long time ago. But we didn't like that contra dance so much. But because of that night, we went to square dancing. And we love it. And they've been square dancing ever since." But because they came to contra dance, they opened their minds to dance, a traditional dance, and they found square dancing, and I think that's great.
never seen a hawk on the wing. They've never seen spring hit the great divide. And they've never heard old Camp Cookie sing. Yodelay, 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 yo, yodelay, 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 yodelay. Good night, everyone. Thank you. My dreams have come home. My dame has a lame. My dame has a lame. My dame has a turn that I dame has a crane. Oh, say, gentle Jane, oh, say, gentle Jane, cross your dreams, they come home. My dame can come home. My dame can come home again.